Today is a rare look outside of the studio. We will be going to my corporate headquarters. Leaving the house. Which vehicle do we choose today? I'll tell you which one. It's colder outside today. The Nissan Titan XD is a diesel, and when it's cold outside, I don't like to drive it because it's a diesel. And another thing, here's an interesting thing about the difference between a regular pickup and a Hummer. So, as you can see, where the Hummer's windshield is almost straight up and down, it does not accumulate frost, which comes in handy in the winter. You don't have to sit and wait for the windshield to thaw out. I don't know where you live, but if you're watching this video, I live in a state where frost is a common occurrence, especially during February. So while I'm driving on my way to work, let me talk to you guys just a little bit about how it feels to be driving to work. Especially if you've watched my last video, you know driving to work, especially after being overlooked for a promotion, feels incredibly strange. You got this feeling of, your employer doesn't really appreciate you, even though they do. They know that there's nobody that can do my job right now, but being overlooked for a promotion really does something to somebody. It kind of, especially in this situation, if you know the details, it makes you just not want to go back to work, and which is exactly the reason why pushing for this business that I'm building is one of the most urgent things I've ever done in my life. So, heading to work and leaving the studio just feels like a gut punch, because I know that I'm supposed to be in my studio building this business. But then again, if I was always in the studio, I wouldn't be getting to share my car video with you guys on my way to work. But there's a lot on my mind today. So there is just an overwhelming amount of things going on in my brain that keeps me up late at night. Wanting to build the business, wanting to get it to a point where I can actually leave my 9-to-5 job. But I'm at that crossroads where a lot of creators hit. You don't really know how to push it forward. I've already got the structure built, the store's up, the videos are up, advertisements going on right now. I've got Pinterest set up really good, but nobody knows it's there. There's no visits to my store. Growing pains. Popo. So some of the things that I've been thinking about are going to be something that you guys have never heard of before. It's new to you because I haven't shared it. This is only my third YouTube video, and everything that I'm about to talk about right now, this is just the first time anybody's going to hear it. So if you've been following my brand at all, or you've been following this channel, and you know that I have created a store called I.H.S Shopping and a brand called I.H.S LLC. But there's another brand, something else that I've been quietly working on in the background, and it's supposed to go along with I.H.S in a way that it just feels like it molds together and characters can swap universes. And this other universe is called EdgePlay. There is a side of me that wanted to start an adult business, not videos or anything like that, but an adult business in the form of, erotica and adult books and things like that. See, I write, and the writing that I do with merge and crimps, I thought that I could translate that over into another store called EdgePlay. And it would be similar to 50 Shades of Grey. But after seeing how hard and how difficult it is to advertise even for a normal store, I realized how difficult it would be to advertise for something like EdgePlay as an adult brand, because you cannot advertise anything that says anything about NSFW content on Pinterest or YouTube even, because if you do, it's a nightmare. You just can't post it. You can't, and I can talk about it, but I can't post anything that shows content like that. So I decided that maybe I need to reevaluate what EdgePlay is. The clown character that I've been working on, I'm not going to reveal his name yet. That's coming later. But the clown character for the universe has a home. And his home is EdgePlay. And EdgePlay is a circus. It was always meant to be a circus, even as an adult brand. But now I'm thinking EdgePlay is a lore type series for the clown, and it builds directly into the I.H.S shopping experience. This is one of the things that keeps me up at night, thinking about how I'm going to build my universe and how I'm going to press everything together, how I'm going to implement it, how I'm going to, just get it out there to the world, and how do I balance all of this thought process and the time it takes to do all this stuff with my daily job and my family. It takes a long time, I'm not going to lie. I started working on I.H.S shopping back in August last year. August 2025. When I first realized that I wanted to try and do my own thing, I had no idea where I wanted to start either back in August. I had completely different ideas. I thought about starting a drop shipping store on Shopify because I kept hearing about all of these gurus online who have so much success with these drop shipping stores, and I looked into it. It's just not for me. And you know why? It's because I cannot stand the idea of people being on screen telling you that you can start a drop shipping Shopify store in 10 minutes with AI, because it's just not realistic. I am the opposite of these people. I cannot stand these fake gurus. I am going to be the antidote for them. I do not think people need to listen to these people. If you're watching these people on YouTube and you believe anything they say, I dare you to start a Shopify store with my AI template and I can get you a successful Shopify store in 10 minutes. No, they can't. I can tell you why. I have been on Shopify. I have tried it. And what I found is, if you listen to these people and you create one of these AI-generated Shopify dropshipping stores full of products that are already proven, what you're essentially doing is you are building a store that is just like everybody else's, because there are 10,000 people out there that listen to these videos and thought, hey, if it's really that easy, why can't I do this? So they do, because it is that easy. They get on and they allow this AI system to create them a dropshipping store. And as a result, you get online and you can find more drop shipping sites than you can actual store websites such as Walmart. So you get all these people that think they can just have a store and not have to work. They don't have to monitor the store. If they get a sale and they have a complaint, you're not going to be able to reach them because they didn't realize that they had to put work in. If you don't receive your order and you send them an email, then what? Really, you're at the mercy of the dropshipper, and these people have no idea what they're doing, especially if they decided to listen to these gurus that say your AI can help them create a successful business in just 10 minutes. Yeah, right. There's so much more to it than that. Don't listen to these people. If you create a drop shipping store, it needs to stand out from everybody else's, because if it doesn't, you're going to look like everybody else's. And the thing that these AI programs do when they create you a drop shipping store on Shopify is they build a template that's the same template across every single store that every person tries. That every person that gets on, they're going to have the same exact store. And then what happens is you're going to have a flood, or it's an oversaturated pool of stores out there, and there's just too many. At this point, you have 500 websites that all have toothpicks on it, and then which one are you going to pick? You're going to look for the cheaper price. So all of these stores out there that have the same item that are AI generated, they're going to fail. There is no soul behind the store. You have to build a store that stands out. You have to put your own template on it. Don't let AI generate a template for you, because it's going to look like everyone else's. If you don't stand out, you will fail. And your products need to reflect what you enjoy selling, or they need to reflect the style of your store. If you just let a program pick you 10 items that were all successful and proven, they might not even match your store. So, you're just going to look like a generic mess out there in a pool full of other dropshippers. This is why this is not successful. If you want to start a business, you need to stand out from the crowd. As you can tell, I cannot stand these fake gurus online. I can't. It's just something else that goes along with my business and who I am and what this stands for. It's not just I hate shopping. It's I hate anything that's absolutely ridiculous in life. I don't like lies. I don't like people telling you that you can do something that's so unrealistic and giving you these false hopes that one day you'll be successful just because they made something so much easier than it should be. Let me tell you something. If something is so easy that it seems like it's too good to be true, listen to your instincts, because if you feel like it's too good to be true, it absolutely is too good to be true. Nobody is going to make you a successful business in 10 minutes. I'm sorry. I have been at this since August, building my own business. It is not a drop shipping store. It is an online store, and it is through Shopify, but it is not drop shipping. It is a store that sells digital products. There is nothing that I ship. You buy something from me, it gets emailed to you directly. You get a code for it and you download it. And it can be wallpapers, digital stickers, it can be ebooks. You've got options on my store. You've even got posters that you can print out yourself. But there's more coming. I'm going to be working on digital clock faces that can change with the backgrounds that I put on. I'm planning on creating digital planners for people that really need a planner, that want to have the I.H.S. lore and background to it. I could even create calendars. There's so much that I can put into a digital product store and not have to worry about shipping anything to you guys, unless, of course, I do a rare ship or a rare drop of something that maybe I do an anniversary sale for the store and I create some merchandise like a hoodie with the logo on it, or maybe even a clown action figure. But what I'll do is I'll create 100 of them, and then I'll take 100 orders, and when they sell out, they sell out. There won't be a replenishment. That way it's not stressful, and I'm not relying on an outside company to do it for me. And drop shipping is just a mess, and it's unrealistic. But that's it for the rant today, guys. I feel like I've said enough, and I'm almost at work. So have a good day.